What would happen if the Earth stopped spinning? Hi, welcome to Curious Kids Every Day. I'm Josh. How are you doing today? It's so good to hear from you. Now, I love these episodes where we think of crazy situations that would never actually happen, but that kind of teach us about the world around us. Today is one of those episodes. Have you ever thought about how strange it would be if the Earth just stopped spinning? I had to look it up today. Do you know how fast the Earth spins? It spins over 1,000 miles per hour at the equator. 1,037 miles per hour. Do you feel like you're spinning at 1,037 miles per hour right now? See, the Earth is so big that even at that speed, it still takes an entire day, 24 hours, for the Earth to make one spin. So the Earth is huge, and we're spinning super fast, but it still takes an entire day to go around just once. And somehow we don't feel like we're spinning, even though we're spinning so fast. But I'll tell you what, you'd realize real quickly how fast you were spinning if suddenly the Earth stopped spinning. I was thinking about this today because I got an email from a curious kid named Micah. He wondered, how do we walk on Earth if we're spinning? Well, let's talk about it today. Let's figure out what would happen if the Earth stopped spinning. First, let's talk about what's happening right now. As the Earth spins, everything on it, including you, your house, your pets, the ocean, even the air, moves right along with it. You don't feel the motion because it never speeds up or slows down. It's steady. Think about this. Think about when you're riding in a car with your parents. You're sitting in the back seat and you're going, let's say you're going 30 miles an hour, okay? You're in a neighborhood and you're going 30 miles an hour. Now, do you feel like you're moving 30 miles an hour? No, you just feel like, probably feels a little bumpy, but it doesn't feel much different than sitting at home. The only time you really feel it is if the car speeds up, or especially if it quickly slows down. So imagine you're riding in a car going 30 miles an hour, very steadily. Then suddenly, your mom slams on the brake. You would fly forward, hopefully just in your seatbelt, because your body wants to keep moving even though the car is suddenly slowing down. If the Earth stopped spinning suddenly, the same idea would happen. But instead of stopping at 30 miles per hour, you'd be stopping at 1,000 miles per hour. You'd probably go flying through the air. In fact, everything not firmly attached to rock or ground would slide, tumble, and fly eastward. That includes buildings, trees, water, and us. It would be crazy. It would probably be the single most shocking event in the history of the world. But now let's imagine a calmer version. What if the Earth slowly slowed down and eventually stopped spinning? Like when you're going 30 miles an hour through a neighborhood and then you slowly pull into the driveway. You barely even notice it. If you're paying attention to a book or a game you're playing, you might not even notice that you've really stopped. You look up, oh, we're home. So imagine that the Earth stopped spinning more like that, where you didn't really feel that initial jerk. life would change in some really wild ways, but just without the immediate disaster. So once Earth stopped spinning, one of the main things you would notice is that the length of a day would change in a really big way. See, right now, the Earth spins once every 24 hours, which gives us regular day and regular night. But if Earth stopped spinning on its axis, but it kept moving around the sun, day and night would slow way down. A place on Earth could have sunlight for about 6 months in a row as that side of the planet faced the sun. And then about 6 months of darkness as it slowly turned away while Earth continued its trip around the sun. That would mean incredibly long days that get hotter and hotter, followed by incredibly long nights that get colder and colder. Basically, a day would become a year. Another thing that would change is that the force that currently pulls some ocean water towards the middle of the Earth due to the spinning, that would disappear. The oceans would shift, sending water toward the North and South poles. Many places near the equator would become much drier, and new land would appear where oceans used to be. So if you looked at Earth from outer space, where the land was would start to look different. Wind and weather would change too. Right now, Earth's spin helps create the jet stream, which moves air around the planet. Without the spinning, the atmosphere would behave differently. Massive winds would form, especially at first, as air rushed to adjust to the new conditions. So, why don't we fly off Earth now since it's spinning so fast? Well, because gravity is stronger than the force from spinning. Gravity easily keeps us on the ground. Even if Earth spun faster, you'd still be firmly stuck to the surface. It's pretty cool to think about what would happen if the Earth stopped spinning. It reminds me of how perfect our planet is, how perfect the solar system is. Earth spins just right, circles around the sun just right, and is just the right distance away from the sun to support life here on Earth. Conditions are perfect. It's a perfect design. A world that feels perfectly still under our feet, even though it's spinning over 1,000 miles per hour and going around the sun at about 67,000 miles per hour. Do you feel like you're going 67,000 miles per hour while spinning at 1,000 miles per hour right now? No, because that's just what normal feels like here on Earth. So really, you do know what it feels like. You're feeling it right now. And it feels perfect. All right, let's have a quick quiz. What keeps us from flying off the spinning Earth? That would be gravity. And what would happen to day and night if Earth stopped spinning? A day would become a year. Daytime would last about 6 months, and nighttime would last about 6 months after that. Let's play true or false. True or false? If Earth stopped spinning, gravity would disappear. That is false. Gravity would keep on pressing us towards the Earth. True or false? We don't feel Earth spinning because the motion is steady. That's true. It's the same reason that as long as you're going a steady speed in a car, you don't really feel the movement. True or false? A non-spinning Earth would have totally different winds. Yep, that is true. The spinning of the Earth creates the jet stream. Okay, if Earth stopped spinning, would you rather be on the side of Earth that's daytime for 6 months, or be on the side of Earth that's nighttime for 6 months? I would have to pick daytime. I like the nighttime, but too much nighttime, that could be a bit much. I think I would rather just stay daytime, and then I could get some blackout curtains so that I could sleep at night in a dark room. Or it wouldn't be at night. I would sleep when I would sleep in the dark. All right, let's play a couple of rounds. No, 3 rounds. I've got 3 rounds of What Am I today? What am I? I move around the Earth because of Earth's spin. I help create weather and storms. And without Earth spinning, I would change completely. What am I? I am the wind. Here's another one. I pull everything towards Earth's center. I keep you from floating away, even at 1,000 miles per hour. And I would still work even if Earth stopped spinning. What am I? Yep, I'm gravity. All right, one more. What am I? I rise in the sky because Earth spins. Without Earth spinning, you'd see me rise only once a year. And I give light and warmth to one side of Earth at a time. What am I? I am the sun. Well, today we learned that Earth's spin affects almost everything. Day and night, weather, ocean water, and more. And even though the Earth is spinning so fast, gravity keeps you safely on the ground the whole time. That was a fun little hypothetical situation to think about today. What if the Earth stopped spinning? Can you think of any other questions that would be fun little hypotheticals that we could talk about? Things that would never actually happen, but we could talk about what would happen if those things happened. I love doing that. So to all the grown-ups listening, if your kids want to submit hypothetical questions for the show, go to CuriousKidsEveryday.com. There's a little button on there where you can submit questions for the show. What kind of question do you think we'll ask tomorrow on Curious Kids Every Day? I can't wait to find out. So until then, keep asking questions and stay curious, kids. And for all the grown-ups listening, thank you so much for telling other parents about this show. Please visit CuriousEveryday.com to get a free printable with activity ideas that don't involve screens. Those are the best kinds of adventures to have. That's CuriousKidsEveryday.com. See you tomorrow.